Hi guys, welcome back to Mindmeld Tech. Today we're going to talk about a case that I got picked up for the Raspberry Pi. It's made by Coolermaster. It's called the Pi Case 40. We're going to open this up, we're going to check it out, we're going to try it out. First I want to talk about our sponsor, myself. If you click on the link below, you go to our merch store, we'll be able to get things like bags, these stylish face masks, as well as hoodies, t-shirts, and some other items. We'll be adding more to the store as we go along, so please check it out, help support the channel. All proceeds will go towards buying, stuff to continue to bring you content. So now let's get back to the task at hand. We're going to be talking about this new case for the Raspberry Pi. So this case is something I got from Kickstarter. This is my first purchase from Kickstarter, and I can say so far I'm happy with my Kickstarter experience, and I'm looking forward to getting some more stuff from Kickstarter. Later on I'll be having a robotic dog that'll be coming. I'm hoping that'll be pretty cool. So let's crack this box open. Let's see what we got. Let's throw a Pi in here and fire it up and see how it does. Alrighty, so here we are. This is how it came. Like I said, this was a Kickstarter project. It even says, started on Kickstarter here on the back. That's pretty cool. And the packaging is pretty minimalistic when you see. We'll take this out here, and here's our actual case. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. But it's got a neat looking design. It comes with an Allen wrench, some thermal pads, some screws to hold it together. Then we have these little clips. These are for mounting if you want to mount it to a wall, the back of a monitor, that type of thing. It's got, this is kind of interesting because these go in the back. They give different points. So you have a little nub here, and so when you put this in here, you can, let's see now, it can go like this. You can mount two like this, side by side, and be able to put them like that, or it's just got some different angles off to the side, or maybe you can fit it on the back of a monitor or something somewhere, another angle like that. But like I said, it's got these little holes that got those different angles. It's kind of neat. It's got the generic Coolermaster logo. It doesn't have Coolermaster etched on it. That's one thing was kind of disappointed about with this case. Even like right here, let me peel this off. A little bit of peel there. So you got this nice, silver chrome Coolermaster generic logo, but it doesn't say Coolermaster on it. That is what I found disappointing about the case, and if that's all I find disappointing, well then that's a bonus. It has looks to be a power switch built into it. Like I said, we'll talk about that more here in a couple minutes. When I said the packaging's minimalistic, means just that. That's pretty much what's in it. You get instructions here on the box, more instructions. It also says lift this out. When you lift this out, there's some more odds and ends underneath. But I got a QR code. This will go to a website. When you go to the website, it'll have some things like 3D printable assets, installation script for the Pi 4 case widget, product sheets, printable product manuals, different things like that. So they have a bunch of that stuff on there. So let's pop this case open. What we're looking at here is, right now it's just kind of sandwiched together. It's got this rubber piece that goes around it. It looks pretty much like it's on there right there. Looks like I might be able to pop it all the way off, and pop this piece off. I'm not going to do all that. If you look in it here, it has a place to plug your pins in, and then they come up on the side here. So, you can access, the whole pin configuration there. It's got this back. It also has a section right here where you can run a ribbon through it. All in all, it looks like it's not a bad little case. It's passively cooled. It's got a nice block here that'll go right on your CPU. Then the whole top is made out of a nice aluminum, so this whole thing will cool it. I've seen one guy review this so far, ETA Prime, and he said some pretty good things about it. He did some temp testing and things like that, and it seemed to turn out pretty well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna set this thing up. We're gonna fire it up. What I'm gonna be using for this one today is just what I had laying around. I have an OS loaded up on here already. Just basic Raspbian. This is a Raspberry Pi 4, and this is the 2 gigabyte model. Like I said, it's just what I had laying around, so we'll go with that for right now. And let's see where we end up. This comes with 2 thermal pads, which is kind of cool. Let's try to line this bad boy up. Oh, there we go. So it lines up, it's in there. That's about it for that. Not too bad. Once you get that rubber piece off and get the pins lined up, it fits in there pretty good. Looks like it's makes some decent contact. I'm wondering if I can use some thermal paste on there. I've been kind of using some thermal paste more ahead of time. So the next step that it says in the instructions is to put this piece on. Should just, there we go. That kind of fits in there like that. So far so good. There's next to put the screws in. Yeehaw. I think it's kind of cool that these are Allens, And this case, like I said, I thought it looked neat. I thought it was cool for my first Kickstarter project. And one of the things I'm looking forward to is doing more Kickstarter stuff. Just because it was, like I said, just kind of neat overall. It's a good experience to kind of watch the project and be involved in the forums and things like that. And, like I said, we'll see where it goes from there. All right, so we got our bottom screwed in. Good to go there. So let's put our top back on. So one of the things I thought that was kind of cool about this, this is a Raspberry Pi case for on the go. One of the things that they kind of talk about with it is, this is something you can throw in your bag, take with you somewhere, go, plug it in, hook it up, do your Raspberry Pi thing. If you do a Raspberry Pi thing, make sure all the pieces are in there. They have those little nubs in there that you plug into the sides, and it looks like they are in. Very cool. So that's it. So that's our assembly. Now we got this little brick of a case. We got some things we can access. Overall, I think it's pretty cool, pretty sound little investment. I like the feel of it. It's got a good weight, and like I said, this is something, if you needed to take a Pi with you somewhere for whatever reason, this is something you can just kind of toss in the bag and go from there. Bring it with you, and like I said, do your thing. So we'll check out some of the things that they have online for this, and then we'll leave you from there. Okay, guys, so here we are. We are at the QR code, the website this QR code took us to. So this is what we got going on. You can see the Pi Case 40 right here. It talks about how it was, funded in less than an hour on Kickstarter. It says it's designed for on-the-go users. Like I said, if you want to take your Raspberry Pi with you on the go, it is a very handy case for that. It's built very well. Like I said, I would take it with me if I had a use for it. Cool-looking cooler, running aluminum core, yes. reprogrammable power button. Yes, it does have a power button right here, and you can also reprogram that power button to do a lot of different things. There's a script that you can do with that. Easy access ports. It shows it kind of set up here with some ports and things. Universal mounting, they go over that there, so you can make your monitor, can basically hide it, very compact. Yeehaw. Then it's got the really cool picture there. So it's also got overclocking here. It says right here, all-in-one software utility for Pi Case 40. I'll probably end up putting this in. Maybe in another video we'll go over some test runs that I do with the Pi. But it's got a script here for an all-in-one software. You can end up doing some things like this monitoring. So you can do that. And it does some other odds and ends. It's got overclocking. It's got some things set in where you can just kind of click and overclock, that kind of thing. So button mapping is in that download also. So this is a cool couple things. It's got a link to a GitHub repository. Different things of that nature. It's got some specifications, and join the community. I did say something about some printable, items that you'd be able to get here. I don't really see anything off the top of my head, just looking at this. But, overall, like I said, it's a pretty solid case. I'll probably do a follow-up video to it, just so you can see, what I've done with it. We'll talk about some of the overclocking. Maybe we'll look at some of these tools, But for right now, like I said, I just want to give you a quick overview of it. Say I'm pretty happy to have been a part of my first Kickstarter program. And, thanks for watching Mindmeld Tech, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.